Podcast City Network.
Greetings, Earthlings, and welcome to another amazing episode of Urban Nerd Weekly. Today is Friday, April the 9th, and it's 2021. Thanks for tuning in and nerding out with us today, you guys. On today's Nerd News Update, we're going to be talking about the new Space Jam movie featuring LeBron James. DMX is on life support. Oh, scratch that. Rest in peace to Dogman X. We also going to be talking about mining cryptocurrency on a Game Boy Color. Today's topic is Justice League movie, The Snyder's Cut. So tune in,
nerd out,
to today's episode of Urban Nerd Weekly.
Go on.
Guys, so welcome to yet another episode of Urban Nerd Weekly. So glad you could tune in and nerd out with us, man. Me and Nano Kitty Cat is here.
Kinda.
Yeah, like some of this is super virtual.
Yeah, I'm locked up. They won't let me out.
So before we get into everything for today, I just want to remind every day that yesterday was pod day. So happy podcast day to everybody.
Celebratory podcast farts.
I also want to remind all of the Urban Nerd Weekly listeners that we do have an Urban Nerd Weekly Discord channel that you can that we will invite you to. The invite link will be in this episode show notes, so make sure you guys click the link for that and go ahead on over there and join the server. It's a server, not a channel, right now, no Kitty Cat?
Yep. Well, it has channels in the server, so basically it's like kind of both.
See, this is where I'm becoming an old nerd. I don't know shit anymore.
You poor thing. It's okay, you poor old bastard.
But before we get into today's show, I want to remind everybody about taking a mosey on over to podcastcity.net/shop to check out all of the Podcast City Network show merch, including Urban Nerd Weekly, where you can get your t-shirts, your book bags, coffee mugs, your net gaiters. Me and Nano Kitty Cat got t-shirts and net gaiters, so I don't know if y'all knew about that or not, but if y'all want to check out the Urban Nerd Weekly Facebook page to check out our net gaiters t-shirts, feel free to do so.
Gators.
What?
You know what the heck that was until you told me about it.
To my net gators?
Yeah. I used to call them sad excuses of scarves.
I used to just call them Naruto masks until I knew what they was called last year. I used to be like, yeah, you know the shit from Naruto. You know, like where the niggas go and they run in like an arrow formation and shit.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Them shows Naruto and his friends Yugi in the game. Pokemon.
I'm mad you said it like every old person for real though, like Pokemon. Like, yeah. My grandbaby I got him some Pokemon cards for Christmas. I don't know what it is, but he was just so happy to get them.
One of them, they some little animal. I don't know. My mom to this day still call them Pokemon.
Right. But yeah, though, so like I said, like we said earlier in the intro, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna be talking about the new Space Jam movie. The MC known as DMX is on life support right now after a hard episode. And we're gonna tell you guys about mining cryptocurrency using the Nintendo Game Boy. And today's topic is Justice League Snyder Cut review. But before we get into anything, we're going to talk about today's digital download. Now, we're going to start off with Nano Kitty Cat. Nano Kitty Cat, you got the movies coming up for this week's digital download?
Yes, I do. Movies coming up for today's digital download are as follows. The page refreshed. Now everything's lost. I'm already messing up. On April 9th, coming out is Voyagers, Thunder Force, Held, Naked Singularity. Coming out on the 10th is a UFC on ABC2 on the 10th, as well as The Nameless Days. Hold on, the thing's doing something weird. Also on the 10th, we have WWE WrestleMania 37. On the 12th, we have New Gods Nezarobot Reborn. I cannot read today. On the 15th, we have The Vanishing. And I think that's it for the movie. I saw all of this on moviephone.com.
All right. For today's music section of the digital download on April 2nd, we had Lil TJ with Destined to Win, as well as Josiah with War. Bankroll Freddie dropped Big Bank. Can't forget about Tina Major 9 with Act 6's and 7's remix. Mellow Music Group dropped Bushido. AG Club dropped Fuck Your Expectations Part 1 all on April 2nd. On April the 4th, we got Sylvan LeClue with Young Sylvan 2, the EP. On April the 6th, we got 645 AR with Most Hated. On the 9th of April, we got Brockhampton with Road Runner New Light, New Machine, as well as MO3, aka Mo3 with Shotta Forever. We got DJ Drewski with Set at the Table. We got Lakia with In Due Time. Miguel dropped Art Dealer Chick 4. And Black Fortune gave us Ocean Mob all on April the 9th. And that is all for the music section of today's digital download. Do we have the book section ready to go?
For the book section, released on April 6th is Call Baby by Morgan Jerkins. Jerkins. First Person Singular by Haruki Murakami. The Five Wounds by Christian Valdez Quade. Good Company by Cynthia D'Aprix Sweeney. The Hard Crowd by Rachel Kushner. And My Broken Language by Kiara Algria Hudes. Pieces by Helen Oyeyemi. Philip Roth, The Biography by Blake Bailey. Made Me Love You by John Edgar Wideman. That's the only time you'll hear me say that because I'm reading a book.
Sure.
Love in Color, Mythical Tales from Around the World, retold by Balu Babalola. That's coming out on April 13th. Also on April 13th, there is The Triumph of Nancy Reagan by Karen Tumulty. What Comes By After Joanne Tompkins. I wonder what comes by after Joanne Tompkins. The Free World Art and Thought in the Cold War by Louis Menand. That comes out on April 20th. Also on April 20th is Heart of Fire, An Immigrant's Daughter Story by Maisie K. Hirono. I'm a Girl from Africa by Elizabeth Nayamayaro. The Man Who Lived Underground by Richard Wright. And a radical version, a biography of Lorraine Hansberry by Soyika Diggs Colbert. What Happened to You? Conversations on Trauma, Resilience, and Healing by Dr. Bruce D. Perry and Oprah Winfrey. And that comes out on April 27th. And that is all for the books today.
In the video game section of today's digital download, we got Outriders available on PlayStation 5, Xbox X, as well as PS4, Xbox One, and PC. We got World of Demons available on iOS, Lost Worlds Beyond the Page available on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. The first title, Outside Outriders, was available on April 1st. World of Demons was available on April 2nd, and Lost Worlds that I just mentioned is available on April 6th, as well as Oddworld Soulstorm available on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and PC. Star Wars Republic Commando is available on PlayStation 4 as well as Switch, also on April the 6th. Before Your Eyes will be available on PC on April the 8th. Borderlands 3 Director's Cut with the downloadable content will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox X, PS4, and Xbox One, as well as PC on April the 8th. What the Dub will be available on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on April the 8th, as well as Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 4 will be available on the Switch piece and the PC on April the 9th. And that is all for this week's section of the digital download, especially the video game section.
Yeah, boy.
So, first up on the docket, we got a new Space Jam movie about to come out on today's Nerd News Update. We got a new Space Jam movie coming out starring LeBron James.
Oh, gosh.
Have you heard about this?
I heard about the controversy over Lola Bunny not being as thick as she was in the first Space Jam.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they redesigned her character just to be less sexually appealing, and I'm gonna look it up real quick, but it was a few people complaining about how she was looking, how that's not the original body, and that they want something that they could sexualize, all types of stuff.
Well, just a little background. This time around, Space Jam is gonna be starring LeBron James, surprise, surprise, and it's gonna be featuring Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, Damian Lillard, Anthony Davis. Oh shit, Jim Carrey's gonna be in that bitch.
And Zendaya is gonna play the voice of Lola Bunny.
I heard about it. Is Michael Jordan gonna? Oh, hold up, I just googled that shit. As development began, Space Jam 2 was going to involve a new basketball competition between Michael Jordan and the Looney Tunes and Berserk, a new villain. However, Michael Jordan did not agree to star in the sequel.
Right.
So Michael Jordan not going to be in it.
Yeah, that's why they got LeBron James. Because, he's not dead.
First of all, neither one of them is dead.
I was thinking about Kobe.
Okay, yeah, that's a awesome thing.
He still died before Betty White.
Who did?
Kobe Bryant.
Oh, I thought you was. Oh, because you well, if it's not Michael Jordan, it should be Kobe. But since Kobe is, of course, dead, then that's the only reason.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you took it.
I feel like that's the only reason why they went with LeBron James as a thing. Because I feel like originally Kobe was probably going to be that character, but, that happened. Wouldn't it be funny? Conspiracy theory time. Wouldn't it be funny if LeBron James was the one who caused that plane crash because he wanted to be the star of the show instead of Kobe?
See,
But
now you say that, and all the conspiracy theories gonna be like, "Oh, she right as fuck."
I mean, look, bro, all the conspiracy theories gonna start listening to our show more. So that's a large, wide range of people just to be listening. I mean, it's not the preferred kind, but it still count. And
Yeah,
we are
true.
Urban Nerd Weekly, so yeah.
Well, I mean, if somebody want to make a comment on any one of the platforms, because we're streaming on all platforms now. If anyone wants to leave a comment or or review on the show, and y'all want to explain exactly how that whole conspiracy theory 100% checks out, then absolutely 100%, of course. I'm down with exposing all of the wrongdoings of the world.
Hey, man, there's too many to keep up with. We gotta let some of it slide. Presidential pedophilia.
We don't let shit slide, son.
I mean, we got to. We can't focus on everything. Pick and choose your battles.
That's true. I don't even want to talk about politics at all on this season of the show, just because it'd be so much bullshit going on with it. Exactly. I can't even make fun of it accurately, because then they do some new bullshit the next day, and I'm like, damn, man. But like what I said was funny when it seemed true, but now that they talking about this other bullshit, blah 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 blah.
It's just like, the fuck am I supposed to pick at now when they already make themselves look like an idiot?
Right.
And notice how we didn't say anyone specific, so don't come after us.
Right. Unless you mad because we said something about that orange nigga, then fuck you. You could totally come at me, bro. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, though, outside of that,
like every human is going to forsake this planet, and we're all going to burn under Cthulhu's sun.
So yeah, like, I ain't gonna lie, it is definitely slated to come out this year. I can't wait to. I'm kind of slick. Can't wait to see the new Space Jam movie, just because I was a little kid, when the first Space Jam movie came out. So it's like, oh wow, they waited a long time to come out with the sequel. I can't wait to see what they did with it. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to remember if I've seen the first Space Jam.
Here's your chance, do your dance. It's the Space Jam. All right. Yeah, man. I remember the first. I still got it on cassette tape at my grandma's house. That sounded country as fuck, right?
Hey, man, tell me why I wanted to just be like, hey, ask your grandma, can I spend a night?
Right, though. And then we can watch it in your living room.
Right. And then we could just sleep on the floor.
Right. And then we could talk about it at school on Monday.
Right. And I could just roast how your grandma got some weird looking drapes.
First of all, fuck you and your opinion about my grandma drapes. My grandma has the most luxurious drapes in the motherfucking world.
Do they got fruit on them? Including peppers?
Nah. No. They had flowers. Go fuck yourself.
That's even worse. That's even worse. Like, my second guess was gonna be flowers. My third was gonna be leaves.
Yeah, well, it's easy to say that now that I done already said that, but you know what? You just sound like you making up shit now. I already got in front of it.
Yo country ass grandma and her raggedy ass drapes. I can't say nothing. We got apples on our drapes in the kitchen.
Boom.
Well,
that's what she got in the kitchen. When you said drapes, I was talking about the living room, but she damn sure got them apples on the drapes in the motherfucking kitchen, in the kitchen window. Woo!
I'm talking about the kitchen, because that's where all the shit go down for grandmas and mamas.
Is a window in the kitchen?
Uh-huh.
Yup. Right by that flower garden, right by them flowers she ain't never gonna fucking grow.
Ain't nothing but a pot of dirt right there. And some dried up stems. I feel like that's what it be.
Another crazy thing in today's nerd news update, or this week's nerd news update, is DMX is in the hospital on motherfucking life support right now. Dog Man X.
Lose his mind.
Motherfucker. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, apparently, like, and they saying, we're gonna dive back into the whole conspiracy theory shit. They trying to say,
damn, Brian is out there like that.
But they saying, like, DMX done OD on some cocaine. Allegedly. And he done suffered some type of heart episode, and now he in the hospital for the last, like, almost, I guess, like 4 days.
He took
on life support, man. Like, he legally brain dead right now. Niggas is trying to decide
on him in the next
whether or not to take DMX off of life support.
DMX confirmed to gonna die before Betty White.
So, as an update to the nerd news update, rapper, the CNN trying to call him rapper act. Look, it's rapper fucking Dogman X. DMX is officially gone from this world. I hate to put this out as part of the nerd news update, because I'm really trying not to put rest in pieces in as a part of the nerd news update. But unfortunately, DMX is one of the most prolific and just honestly one of the best rappers. Like, top 5 all time? Like, all time? Argue with me right now. All time. Top 5. Dogman X is gone. In the article in CNN.com, written by Lisa Respers from France, and just to be explicitly accurate, this article was published on April the 9th, 2021. According to CNN.com and Lisa Respers, DMX, a rapper known as much for his troubles as his music, has died. His family announced in a statement he was 50. Based off the math that I did on the last episode, he was 51, but whatever. We are deeply saddened to announce today that our loved one, DMX, birth name Earl Simmons, has passed away at 50 years old at White Plains Hospital with his family by his side after being placed on life support for the past few days. A family testament read in part, quote, "Earl was a warrior who fought to the very end," end quote. The family continued. "He loves his family with all his heart, and we cherish the times we spent with him." The artist had been hospitalized since last week when he suffered a heart attack at his home in New York, according to his longtime attorney, Murray Richmond. Artists, athletes, and other celebrities paid tribute to him on social media on Friday. According to Chris Redd, "My childhood and love for music would not have been the same without this man. DMX was easily my favorite artist growing up. I had every album, every Rough Rider song, followed any artist he endorsed. Man, ... R.I.P. the dog. There will never be another like him." And I just want to say, that is absolutely true. There will never be another Dogman X. There will never be another DMX. Ever. There is only one. There is certain artists that can't be duplicated, that can't be replicated, that can't be tried again and again, and DMX was one of those rappers slash artists. My childhood and love for music would not have been the same without this man, actor Chris Red tweeted, quote, DMX was really my favorite artist growing up. I had every album, every Rough Rider song, follow any artist he endorsed. Man, ... R.I.P. the dog. There will never be another like him. DMX, aka Darkman X, began rapping in the early 1990s and released his debut album It's Dark and Hell is Hot in 1998. With the deaths of fellow rappers, the Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac Shakur, before he burst on the scene, DMX became one of the reigning stars of hardcore hip-hop and was the premier artist signed to the Rough House Records label. His single Rough Riders Anthem helped to seal his critical and commercial success. The rapper released several albums over the years, including one of his most commercially successful, And Then There Was X, that was released in 1999 and was nominated for a Grammy in the Best Rap Album category. It was one of 3 Grammy nominations for the rapper. He sold millions of albums, boosted by hits like Get At Me Dog in 1998, Party Up in 1999, and X Gon' Give It To You in 2003. He parlayed his growing fame into an acting career, appeared in multiple films including Romeo Must Die and Cradle to Grave. His professional achievements were often overshadowed by his issues with substance abuse and run-ins with the law. He pleaded guilty to tax fraud in 2017 and was sentenced to 1 year in prison. In 2019, DMX canceled a planned concert tour to seek treatment for addiction. Bullshit! I'm sorry, but I know I'm just repeating the article, but bullshit. To seek treatment for addiction, saying at the time that he was putting family and sobriety first. The same year, he talked to GQ about his struggles. I just need to have a purpose, he said, and I don't even know that purpose because God has given me that purpose since before I was in the womb, so I'm going to fulfill that purpose. Whether I want to or not, whether I know it or not, because the story has already been written. If you appreciate the good, then you have to accept the bad. More recently, DMX thrilled fans last year when he appeared in a versus battle with fellow artist Snoop Dogg. For real? Is that a thing? DMX did the verses with Snoop. I don't even remember that. Like, I'm sorry. Look, next episode, I'm going to really reveal to y'all what it is that I think about the bullshit that's going on, like, right now. I'm sorry. I'm one of those people that don't believe DMX died of natural causes. I feel like because of the fact that he has had a substance abuse problem for the last 10 to 20 years, I feel like the Illuminati has the ability to make it seem like he overdosed when he may or may have not. If it is the case that he did do so and DMX is really going of natural causes, then I send my condolences out to the family. But if not, then I'm sure his family will be the first to endorse the fact that I do not believe that he of his own devices perished. However, if he did, just like any other episode of Urban Nerd Weekly, your boy Space was here, is here to say, rest in peace, DMX. I mean, I don't know how much it means to you, but you have brought us more entertainment than any one soul should ever have to deliver. And if at this point you are finally being able to catch rest, then rest in peace. to Dogman X. And I mean that. Earl Simmons, Dogman X, DMX. May you finally rest in peace, man. And now, back to the rest of today's Urban Nerd Weekly episode. You know what? When that bitch go, you gonna be sad as fuck.
I'm gonna be like, damn, I can't roast her no more.
Right.
Oh, Steve Buscemi's next.
Yeah. Oh, wow. It's a Buscemi left alive still?
Steve Buscemi?
I didn't know he was still alive.
I'd like to think he is.
Oh.
I can't pick at Cicely Tyson because Betty White already hit her. R.I.P. Cicely Tyson.
Wasn't Betty White older than her anyway?
Let me see. How old?
Betty White old as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Like, really, we should have a whole like Google fucking dive into who the fuck is older than Betty White. I bet you the list is short.
Betty White is 99 years old, and Cicely Tyson died when she was 92. Wait,
so Betty White was older than Cicely Tyson.
Uh-huh.
Damn, bro.
Betty White was bullying Cicely Tyson when she was in elementary school.
Well, when it's a white girl bullying a black girl, it's just racism.
Not all the time.
Well, back in those days, it was just normal.
I'm at 96. She died at 96. So she had a little bit of running.
All right, so when she was 96, how old was Betty White?
Fuck if I know.
You can find, man, you got the goddamn internet right there in your hand. You already looking up the bitch.
Betty is 99, nigga. She's
right
99.
Now?
Yes.
What year did Cicely Tyson die?
This year.
2021?
Yeah.
Oh. So, yeah, she was for sure older than her age.
She died January 28th.
Oh, yeah. She was for sure older than her ass.
But she ain't cold in the ground yet, so.
So it don't even matter. That bitch is surviving. She probably drinking infant blood or some shit.
Hey, man, whatever they put in her cat feed.
To gather up their essence.
For virgin blood to stay young. Illuminati confirmed.
Meat.
You want to know something else crazy?
What?
People are taking like dewormer medicine for like animals and shit just to cure COVID.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
According to livescience.com, an article written by Rachel Retner, just 5 hours ago, actually, people are taking animal deworming drug for COVID-19, and it's a really bad idea.
First of all, they didn't even need that last sentence you just said, because duh.
Hey, man, I'm just reading the words here. Says veterinary forms of the drug can be called ivermectin and can be dangerous for people. People are taking dangerous doses of anti-parasitic drugs as a COVID-19 treatment, even though there's no solid evidence that it has any benefit for the disease. The drug called ivermectin is often used to treat or prevent parasitic disease in animals such as heartworm, according to the Food and Drug Administration. In humans, some forms of the drugs are used to treat parasitic worms, and a topical version is sometimes used to treat head lice. But recently, misinformation about ivermectin has led some people to take the drug for COVID-19, even though it's not approved for this use. The idea of using ivermectin for COVID-19 arose last year when a study from researchers in Australia found that large doses of the drug showed activity against the novel coronavirus in lab dishes, the Washington Post reported. Like, I don't trust anything that comes from Australia, first of all.
Yeah, like it's really hard to like go off the word of a country that was, completely founded by criminals when you're from a country that was completely founded by criminals.
Right? All y'all bad people got sent over there, and why did y'all repopulate? Nobody's supposed to live there. It's like fucking California.
True.
But back to the article. But studies in humans have been limited and showed mixed results. The Infectious Disease Society of America recommends against using ivermectin for COVID-19 outside of clinical trials. Some people are taking veterinary forms of the drug because those formulations are easier to obtain than the ones prescribed for people, according to the Washington Post. So it's basically saying that it's easier just to get dog drugs than to get the cure for COVID-19.
Only in places where they know that they can squeeze extra money out if they make it seem like it ain't available there. Not to mention when you hear all these news stories about like fucking tainted vaccines from Johnson & Johnson and two other companies that I can't remember the name of. Like, everybody like, oh, fuck, we're gonna die. Let's get it wherever we can and pay top dollar, because if we're rich at wherever country we're from, that's what we got rich for.
Yeah, boy, getting rich off the poor people in other countries.
Oh, wow, you just made it so real.
That's what we got to do here. Keep it real.
So, I don't know if you or any of the audience members are aware, but did you know that you can mine like a cryptocurrency on a Nintendo Game Boy?
First of all, the fuck is cryptocurrency? I keep hearing that shit, but
like it's
Bitcoin
and all that shit that you be hearing about.
It's more of that disastrous nonsense.
Well, it's I don't know enough to agree or disagree with you, so I really can't say. However, in this particular article by Hackaday magazine, which just sounds like it smells of patchouli oil over there. In an article by Lou and Dave for Hackaday magazine, apparently mining cryptocurrency is a power-intensive business with big operations hoarding ASIC rigs and high-end GPUs in an endless quest for money. The Bitcoin mining Game Boy from StockSmashing.com is one of them. The hack is relatively straightforward. The Game Boy is hooked up to a PC via a Raspberry Pi Pico and a level shifter to handle the different voltage levels. The Game Boy runs custom software off a flash card, which runs the SHA hash algorithm on incoming data from the PC and reports results back to the PC, which communicates with the Bitcoin network. Stock Smashing does a great job of explaining the project, covering everything from the Game Boy's link port protocol to the finer points of the Bitcoin algorithm in explicit detail for the technically experienced. Everything you need to know to recreate the project is there. While the Game Boy manages to just 0.8 hashes per second, trillions of times slower than cutting-edge hardware, the project nonetheless is amusing and educational. So take that into consideration before firing off hot takes in the comments below. If you're really interested in the underlying maths, you can try crunching Bitcoin hashes with pen and paper. So yeah, I'm so sorry, but like y'all don't know this, but me and Nano Kitty Cat are on Zoom right now, and I just saw her arm in this thing, and I just Want her to know she looks so fucking pitiful right now.
It hurts. It hurts. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it hurts. I need to go to the doctor.
That's so sad. So yeah, that is all for that is all for today's nerd news update. Last but not leastly, we finally got around. Like, I know y'all, everybody that's listening is probably like, oh, well, you know, everybody was talking about this shit last week. Well, bitch, I don't got HBO. All right. So I just now saw the Zack Snyder cut of the Justice League movie. First of all, this is very special, Nano Kitty Cat, because the Justice League movie is the first movie that was reviewed by Urban Nerd Weekly way back when in 2017, you know, in the caveman days of the show.
Ooh.
And
it's archived.
Right on. So, you know, if anybody wants to go back and check, I can't remember if it was episode 1 or episode 3. It was one of the early episodes of Urban Nerd Weekly, and y'all can check it out. And in it, I give a very excited review of what happened in the first Justice League movie.
Hopefully it sounds more exciting than the way he said it just now.
Thank you for that. You're such a ray of sunshine everywhere you go, that when you say things like that, it makes me realize, hey, maybe I should look on the brighter side of things.
I'm just
saying, that's
what
you are.
You have to be happy.
As you guys know, she's such a social butterfly. Everywhere we go, you know, she makes Urban Nerd Weekly look just so cool.
So this is not an invitation just to randomly walk up to me in public. I will fucking hermit crab away from you.
It absolutely is.
Nah. don't get.
But yeah, so first of all, you know what I'm saying, just off rip, I give the movie 4 out of 5 glasses push-ups because it was fucking awesome. First of all, cinematically speaking, it looked beautiful. Second of all, this 4-hour version of the movie gave much better explanation to everything that was going on during the movie. I don't know, this version just made so much more sense than the original cut. Like, I see why, you know, a lot of people was like petitioning and like ranting and raving to make sure this version was able to come out, because like I said, cinematically it's great, editing wise it's awesome. Like, the shots were just more opulent than, you know what I'm saying, like the average person's eye could ever like take in. You know what I mean? It was great. I mean, yes, I am a little bit biased because I'm a known DC fan.
Oh, compared to the Rotten Tomatoes rating, yeah, you're definitely biased.
You said what?
According to the Rotten Tomato rating, of course you're biased. It's 40% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a 6.2 out of 10 on IMDb. And Metacritic gave it a 45%.
But guess what, though?
Chicken foot.
Fuck Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb, and who is them third niggas you said?
Metacritic.
Them two. Fuck them. All right.
I mean, to be fair, Rotten Tomatoes are quick just to say something is trash, even though they might be a freaking beautiful ass movie. But some movies are actually garbage, and it doesn't take a critic just to tell you it's garbage. Not saying that this movie is or isn't garbage. Just saying.
But either way, whatever they say, I gave my rating. Not to mention, I had an awesome experience with it. I was probably one of the only nerds in the world to be able to convince my girl to watch this 4-hour and 2-minute fucking movie with me. Like, it was great. Like, she was a trooper about it. Like, she made sure to help me able to find the shit. It was awesome. That's why I put a ring on it, fellas. And Nano Kitty Cat, like, that's why I put a ring on it. You feel me? Like,
I mean, either way it go, you better have put a ring on her fucking finger, or else I will punch you in the nose. Yeah, going straight violence with you.
Your level of aggression lets me know that I proposed at the right time, because you're not even dating me and you saying that. So I can only imagine how she felt the day before I proposed. Like, motherfucker, you better. She was probably going to shoot me in the face.
Yeah, he's going to feel the pain. I got to stand up for Madam Malone. I got to stick up for her.
So, on the real though, before we continue with today's episode, I gotta make sure to give yet another shout out to Podcast City Network. That is the network that Urban Nerd Weekly and a bunch of other amazing shows are a part of. Urban Nerd Weekly is a proud member of Podcast City Network. PCN has over 20 independent podcast members across all genres of podcasting. They offer an array of membership services, including logo design and branding, social media, advertising, and live podcast hosting, and much more. Find PCN on all major social media platforms, on Facebook at facebook.com/Podcast City Network, on Twitter and Instagram at Podcast City Net, and on YouTube. Search the keywords Podcast City Network. And on their website, podcastcity.net. Want to join one of the fastest growing independent podcast networks in PCN? Our members gain access to our network of shows that help with cross promotion, guests, and overall reach, while also becoming a part of our ever expanding PCN community based on people helping people. Go to podcastcity.net/join now to learn more. Be creative, be independent, be yourself. Podcast City Network.
Get in
there. You're an idiot.
You guys didn't know. This is new information.
But yeah, though, that is what we're all about right now. PCN #gang shit.
Gang.
Oh yeah, so yeah, that was all the stuff, right?
I think I got another article, but we can forget it.
Okay, so what was that about?
It was something about the Mars rover. They got its first Mars weather report that will make you shiver, according to CNET.com. Amanda Cruiser wrote this article. If you go to Mars, be sure to bring some puffer jackets. I like to imagine Perseverance Mars rover as a weather reporter standing in front of a green screen with a map view of Jezero crater, telling us about the breezy cold weather sweeping across Mars that day. We'll have to settle for NASA's statement on Tuesday, giving us the rover's first weather report from the red planet. Perseverance is equipped with Mars Environmental Dynamics Analyzer, aka META, systems, which gathers data on air and ground temperature, relative humidity, radiation, pressure, and wind speed and direction. META took its first readings on February 19th. not long after rover's landing on Mars. That first weather report showed it was about minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit, which is minus 20 degrees Celsius, at the surface. The temperature dropped over the next 30 minutes to minus 14 degrees Fahrenheit, or minus 25.6 degrees Celsius. The system has been collecting data since the first weather report. It has logged temperatures as low as minus 117.4 degrees Fahrenheit. That's minus 83 degrees Celsius, with wind gusts up to 22 miles per hour, 10 meters per second. Weather will be particularly important as the experimental Ingenuity helicopter nears its first test flight. The rotorcraft has to keep itself warm through the cold Martian nights and winds and a potential hazard once it's up in the air. Over the next year, META will provide valuable information, temperature cycles, heat fluxes, dust cycles, and how dust particles interact with light, ultimately affecting both temperature and weather, NASA said. The data will help scientists plan future missions for both machines and humans. Mars fans can compare the weather in Jezero Crater with other spots on the red planet. The Curiosity rover delivers weather from the Gale Crater, and the InSight lander monitors Elysium Planitia through the lander reports and are currently on hiatus. They all agree, though, Mars is cold. So basically, chances of living on Mars, just bare naked minimum, mean that you're going to be pretty frosty.
Which means I almost said something just now.
Say it. Say it.
There is only a certain percentage of the human population that is more acclimated for cold weather. In fact, they prefer it. And that is all I have to say. All I know is that exact same percentage of people are likely to want to leave everyone here on Earth while this shit burns to nothingness while
you
they
could
go.
Just say my name.
Yeah,
That don't need these sneak disses, motherfucker. I will take a blanket with me. Don't play. With my pillow, with my blanket, and with my phone charger, I'm gone.
Unfortunately, I can't lie and pretend like I was talking about you, even though that would be so much more fun for my life. Oh, yes. No, I wasn't referring to people who wear skull caps and trench coats year round, no matter what the fucking temperature is.
Hey, man, nobody got a problem until I start flashing people with my dick out.
Yeah, or shooting up schools and shit. Even though I think that's a little harder now with the whole, niggas dying from sneezes and shit been happening for the last year.
I mean, people been dying from sneezing. When you sneeze, your heart stops. That's why people say bless you. Because you literally could have died.
Well, you know what? Martin Luther King avoided sneezing for a long time and they still shot his ass. So what the fuck does that mean?
It means that you gotta wait just to get your death because he died in the hospital from being smothered by a pillow.
Ooh, look at you. Look at you knowing some shit.
Look at you knowing all that knowledge.
Right, no. Because, legend has it, he also got stabbed and walked around with the knife in his chest. And when he got to the doctor, they took that shit out. They were like, if you had a sneeze, you would have died, Mr. Luther King. I don't know why in my mind
calling
they
him
called
Mr.
him
Luther King.
His name was Mr. King, right? But
Mr.
I just feel like they called him that shit,
Mr. Luther King.
I drowned a cockroach with my piss one time.
Who hasn't?
Whoa. Whoa.
Hey, man, it shouldn't have been crawling where it was crawling.
Hey. Whoa. All right. Whoa.
See, you see these society standards here. Is it not okay to pee on roaches?
Bruh.
It's not like I'm getting off from it.
I don't know that, and I don't want to know that. And third of all,
there's a kink for somebody having bugs crawling all over them, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a kink for everything, bro.
It's
It's niggas that like to get their nutsack smashed in with a socket wrench.
Did you hear about the bitch who put maggots in her pussy?
You heard about the dude that likes to get choked by female bodybuilders?
I mean, you got to be more specific as to which one.
He was in San Francisco around about 1989 till about 1994. And it was when female bodybuilding was like real huge around Venice Beach.
You remember the guy that wanted to see my feet?
Oh, God. But come on, you know they don't get more specific than the shit I just fucking said, though. Like, give me my motherfucking kudos for that shit.
I give you your props. I would clap if my wrist wasn't angry at me.
Oh, God. You and your goddamn ailments.
I got glass skin and paper bones.
Oh.
The other way
motherfucking
SpongeBob reference.
Motherfucking glass lungs. I don't know. I got nothing. I feel horrible for you. I'm so sorry.
I mean, you know what would help me feel better?
Drugs?
No.
What?
Homicide.
Well, don't say that, because I might not remember to edit out the show. And then
I mean,
look at us being all on the hook for premeditated something or other.
I'm too lazy to commit a crime.
I mean, I am too, but still though, what if they pause the shit right after you say that part and they be like, all right, go get that skinny ass motherfucker and that bitch with the pink skull cap right now. And they don't listen to shit else because we black.
It's the gray one today. I didn't want that fucking pink nightmare.
Nobody wants this shit. You think Emmett Till wanted this shit? I had to think of a good example.
You think Nicole wanted that shit? You think Rihanna
Aubrey wanted this shit? You think Breonna Taylor wanted this shit?
She just wanted a nap, bro. That's it. Niggas can't even take a nap.
You know niggas can't nap? Niggas ain't allowed to nap. This is what the fuck happens when niggas take a nap. They get shot in the face on that apple tree and then somebody hang them and act like they got shot later.
And then you need some white woman from Western civilization to fight on our behalf. Don't forget that. Need somebody to be loud.
Down, she that like Democrat type of racist where it don't seem like she racist. But in the end, she want us to worship her ass like she our motherfucking savior. So deep down, this bitch really is a motherfucking racist. And then we gotta sick one of the curly-headed, dark-skinned niggas after her to put it in her ass.
Right, you gotta send some giant-ass dreadhead nigga just to come and deal with her racism.
And by deal with her racism, we mean shove it in her ass.
Exactly. No lube.
What?
I said it was spoken reasons who said it. I don't know if it picked it up.
First of all, yeah, that was him. Second of all, that nigga be getting angry. I don't want no problems with him. He stepping the niggas all on live TV and shit.
What do you expect from pretty niggas? They angry all the time for no reason.
First of all, I don't know who the fuck those are. Nano Kitty Cat. I'm the spaceship, not the mothership.
Oh. It's okay if you got a few engines that's not running right.
I don't even know what the fuck that metaphor means. All I know is
Got a few screws loose, or not the sharpest tool in the drawer. I'm trying to politely call you an idiot, you dumbass.
well, you know what? Joke's on you. Because I wasn't smart enough to know that. Ha!
I guess you win.
I feel like I didn't come out on top on that one.
I feel like you did too. Way to go. I gotta do the ball nigga clap for you. The ball one arm nigga. Because I can't clap my hands.
You sure the fuck can't because you fucked yourself up. Ha!
Oh, that's all right, because the storm is coming and then your bones gonna start shaking. Get frosty. All I gotta do is put you in the freezer and your metal components gonna ache.
Serves you right. I'll just put myself in a coma and sleep through the whole thing and wake up without knowing.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, I can just ship you to Mount Everest, but we ain't gonna get much of the show done like that.
Why you gotta break balls? Huh? Why you gotta fucking break balls?
I'm not a masochist. I'm not a sadist.
First of all, are you sure?
I took a test. I took a test and it said that I wasn't.
Oh, yeah, because you know the internet knows all.
Yeah, believe everything you see on the internet, children.
That's why Gen Z is gonna grow up thinking that like shitting in public is normal.
Damn.
Because you say shit like the internet, just believe whatever you. What the fuck? Believe whatever you. No.
That's
the
like
internet told these niggas to eat Tide Pods 3 years ago.
I mean,
I'm never letting my foot off the gas of this Tide Pod shit.
We was eating cinnamon, bro. A whole spoon of cinnamon.
That's still not that retarded, though.
We did the Space Monkey Challenge.
Because cinnamon is, like, edible as fuck. So, like...
Okay, you do it. If you can
First of all, I did, and then I took the video down because that shit was stupid. But second of all...
Well, then, next up is...
Second of all, cinnamon is still a food. Tide Pods are not.
That's the forbidden fruit. What you talking about? Clorox is the forbidden drink.
You know, if we ever in life get popular and they look back on this episode, they're just gonna take that sound bite. Just that part. And then a bunch of bald-headed white kids from some suburb in Texas are gonna drink some poison ass punch to the sound of this shit, and it's gonna be the only thing replaying because the internet cut out 3 hours after they died, and it was on replay when the police arrived, and it was just saying,
"Hey, survival of the fittest, bro. If you can't drink bleach and live, then you shouldn't be drinking bleach."
I'm done. Done with you. As a matter of fact, that is actually all the time we have for today's episode of Urban Nerd Weekly. So thank you, Nano Kitty Cat, for struggling with this technology with me to figure out how to help all our listeners tune in and nerd out. We appreciate all you guys for listening.
Laptop computer.
Oh God, you just aged yourself by like 30 years just now.
Well, I'm just trying to be hip like you young folk.
Even old people, even the oldest old people don't sound like that. My grandma is 76. You know what she told me?
What?
She was the first person to know Nick Cannon was gonna go back to Wildin' Out, bro.
That sounds like some shit an old head would say. Just to be relevant. That boy Nick Cannon putting out them tracks. Dropping that beat. Applying no pressure.
Oh God. So yeah, but like we said, appreciate you guys for tuning in and nerd out with us today and this week. We'll be right back at y'all next week as we trek our way through season 7 of Urban Nerd Weekly. We love you, we love you, we love you. My name is Space, was here, but now I'm
faded into the black.